I was just getting a text from my fucking super saying he wants to cut a hole in the wall.
Perfect.
To see if there's insulation. But I'm like, I want to be there for that or film it.
For insurance?
For insurance, of course. Because there's a huge difference.
I was about to say, I mean, for like a fucking viral video, like, I don't care about a hole in your wall.
Cutting a hole in a wall.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Jim here. I just wanted to show everybody. Remember the wall? Bet you never seen it like this before.
No, but if you want to all of a sudden...
Also, here's a guy hanging himself.
If you want to know who's going to have to fucking pay the bill, that matters.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Did they install something a certain way?
Yes.
Or is it...
No, you're 100% right.
And I trust my super. I think he's very honest. But
yeah.
You still want to be there for that shit.
So, Troy, you were in Mexico for the break?
I was, yeah.
How long?
Like a week. I was
Where'd
down
you go?
in Playa del
Juarez?
Carmen.
Oh.
Playa del Carmen, which is it's a beautiful little beach town.
You weren't nervous going there?
Not really. I've been to Mexico a bunch of times.
Excuse me.
You know, it's. I mean, you know, if you're driving around late at night, it's a little scary. There's like a tourist area that you kind of want to stay in. I decided to go for a jog one morning, and I was just like, I'm just going to run and see what's going on. And it's a completely different world when you start going out.
What do you mean? Do people look at you like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
really?
Like Gringo Loco. Crazy white boy running around. No, it was... I
wish you had that tattooed on you. Gringo Loco.
No, it's just like it's like everything's kind of dilapidated, and there's like skinny dogs running around chasing you, and there's like a guy just set up with like dead chickens laying there and
for sale.
Yeah, it's just it's a whole other.
But you didn't feel like, so when you landed, right? Like a lot of times it's going, you land and then you go to the resort. How far is the ride? And then do you get a cab or are you going with a prearranged driver?
We rented a car because we wanted to travel a little bit and see some other things. So we got a car. But yeah, like getting off and then just everybody's kind of like shiesty and they're kind of like swindling you. You know, like we had a rental car for a certain price and then we got there they gave the car away, so we had to go somewhere else and pay like triple the price.
They gave the car away?
Yeah, because our flight was delayed. They're like, "Oh, your flight was delayed. We gave it to somebody else." And it's like, well, we're in the air. How are we supposed to let you know?
And why wouldn't a rental car place?
They do know
have access to flights.
What company was it?
It was just like some shithead.
You didn't use Avis or Enterprise?
No, that's a mistake. Well, because we thought we were getting a deal. I mean, it was like $150 for a week for a car.
Yeah, no way.
And then we ended up paying.
You break down doing that though. You don't want to break down in Mexico.
There's some places where you don't want to get the cheapest price.
Yeah.
Rental car is one of them. Hotel's another one.
But yeah, there was a apartment building that was really nice, renovated, and we just stayed there. They had a pool on the rooftop, but yeah, it was cool.
That's crazy to drive because people get kidnapped driving there. I was just reading about those two guys that were like they were like these surfers, and then they just stopped texting and they get kidnapped driving. They get pulled over. Somebody pulls you over while you're doing 70. They pull in front of you, and it's crazy, man.
No, it's scary, and there's definitely a crazy police presence down there. I mean, they had like tanks and guys with machine guns lined up on the street.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, buddy. I was literally moving and my hand hit the mouse and picked it up.
It's okay. There's a lot of buttons to fall on over there.
Well, this little mouse just jiggled on over there.
Yeah. This little mouse, why don't you jiggle on over here?
That's very fucking scary. I think you're nuts to do that.
Yeah, I didn't want to drive at night. I was driving during the day, except when we got there. That was definitely scary. It's
You got there at night?
We landed at night, and we were driving to the resort, and it's pretty fucking scary.
What time did you land?
Probably about 7 or 8 o'clock.
How far is the resort?
45 minutes.
Yeah,
it was rough. It was scary. I was sweating a little bit.
Yeah, any weird moments or no?
No, I mean, drivers down there are just crazy. They don't give a fuck.
Could you tell the girl that you were with that you were nervous, or did you want to kind of play it a little cool?
No, she knows. I was like, told her I was afraid of getting like kidnapped by like the Mexican drug cartel and shit like that.
Did she say? Did she go? Well, what are we doing?
No, she's kind of ballsy. She's kind of lived all over the world, so she doesn't really have a fear of much. She speaks fluent a couple languages, so she didn't have.
She speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was cool. Went and saw the pyramid at Chichen Itza, which is like the holy grail of Mayan pyramids. That was pretty awesome to see because a lot of people say that there was help from the aliens.
Sure.
And what's your theory after seeing it?
It's hard to say. I mean, who knows?
But if you had to guess.
I think it was aliens.
Okay.
Why would the Mayans get help from the area? They were just living in the woods.
Because it's hard to lift all those bricks.
Yeah,
Why would the aliens waste their time going, hey, build a rock triangle?
Actually, that's a great question.
there's I don't know. There's a lot of research. Like the pyramids in Egypt, and they line up with certain stars, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, I mean, to see it in person's pretty crazy.
What do you mean?
You look green screened in on that photo, by
yes,
the way.
he does.
Yeah.
That's not a real photo.
Yeah, it honestly looks like it's just, it doesn't even, it looks like it's just like a filter.
Yeah, that guy on top of the Twin Towers was more believable than this one. So
Oh,
wait a
now
minute.
Troy can go all around the world.
By the way, yeah, it's Troy Kwan on
that photo.
Instagram.
Troy's going everywhere.
Somebody needs to cut that
Yeah.
photo of Troy out and just put it in front of every landmark. Can you tweet that link from our Twitter account?
Sure.
Because I think we need to see Troy Kwan across the world.
So you think that the pyramids are pointing to something? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and they line up around the Earth, and there's certain. I don't know. I haven't gotten too deep into it, but it's they line
Apparently
up.
not. You just went certain and put your hand in a circle.
Yeah.
You just went to the
So it's
certain.
like, like around.
Yeah, I've heard there's some weird shit with the pyramids.
It's really crazy to see and to think like, well, why did they just all of a sudden leave? And there's ruins. There's ruins everywhere. I saw a couple different places, and there's things that have just fallen down, but it's like, where's the rubble for it if it just fell? That I don't know if that really makes much sense to me. I haven't really.
Well, did people take it over the years?
Yeah,
I mean,
people
like,
snatched it, right?
But like big chunks, like what would they do with those big chunks of
Sell that
ruins?
shit.
Yeah, maybe break them down or reuse them.
Put it in the Louvre.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty cool. And then saw this.
Did you tweet out that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll do that.
I just want because I would like Troy Kwan to be everywhere.
Oh yeah, and then Wen saw this other thing, which is actually pretty cool. The cenote.
What is that? I've heard of it.
It's like this big. You can swim in this big. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with
It
you.
looks like almost like it's obviously not man-made. It almost looks like the bottom of a cave or something.
Yeah,
It's like
Quarry?
Wow.
yeah, it looks like a quarry. Yeah. Quarry.
yeah.
It's crowded though.
It wasn't when we were there. We made sure we got there like right when it opened, just so we could see it without a ton of people there. But it's pretty awesome, and the water's fresh. It's
Is it warm?
yeah,
Or is it cold?
No, it's warm. It was comfortable.
How long did you swim for?
Maybe like half hour. There's really not much to do. You just swim around. You're like, okay, cool. We saw
You
it.
didn't eat before you swam, right?
No.
Okay,
Good. Yes, safety first.
Yeah. How warm was it there?
Mid 80s.
Oh my
That
god.
was perfect.
Oh, that must have been so great.
Yeah,
It was. I don't think it ever got warmer than 20 degrees here the whole time we were out. I think 20 was the absolute warmest that it got in New York the whole time we were gone.
It has been abysmally cold here. At least
bad.
this week's going to be nice though.
No, the snow bomb's coming this week.
It's going down to 7 degrees.
Yeah, I think the low over the weekend, like on Saturday or Sunday, is 3.
Dude, all I'm thinking of is my pipes are all going to burst.
I think they are.
God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you this: 3 degrees. That's potato squeezing weather.
Sure is.
Yeah, that's.
A big giant King Kong monster of some sort.
Yeah.
King Kong man.
Yeah, they said that there's a snow
nice.
bomb. There's a snow bomb coming.
What is the snow bomb?
It's an Arctic storm that's going to hit the entire East Coast. The bomb cyclone is going to blast the East Coast before a polar vortex uncorks tremendous cold late this week. So what it means, there's going to be a lot of wind and snow, and it's going to hit us in New York anyway tomorrow morning, right around like between 4 and 5 a.m. I think it's
Such and such a clock.
right around such and such a time, right around like 4 or 5 a.m. it's going to start, and it's basically going to run through the entire morning commute, which is the least convenient time
Yeah, that
possible.
sucks.
It said it's only going to be like 3 inches of snow or something,
I
but
don't care about the snow. All I care about is the cold, and now I'm afraid my whole fucking apartment's going to be wet.
it probably will. Especially there'll be a hole in your wall, then the pipes are going to burst, and then the water will just get through the
My
hole.
thing is that it's gonna burst like an inch before the shutoff valve. So then the shutoff valve doesn't help.
Probably going to happen.
God damn it!
Sorry, man.
scares me.
I do think it's going to happen. So what else?
what else you
good
do?
food?
Oh yeah, amazing food.
Yeah, I
best,
bet.
best Mexican food.
Did you go into town to eat it all?
We stayed in the town. Playa
Do
del
they have any
Carmen,
Taco
yeah.
Bells in Mexico?
None.
None, not one.
No, but the place that we walked by, it looks like this cheesy chain. It's called Don Sirloin, and it was the best tacos.
Really?
By far. Yeah, I mean, they have like those big slabs of meat, And then it's like, on a spindle where it's spinning, and it'll like scorch one side, and then it'll turn, and they literally take like the tortilla and just shave off the meat, put it on there, and send it right out.
That looks good.
It's just perfect.
How come did you get sick? You shit?
Yeah, I got a little sick.
Did you drink the water?
I think it was just ice cubes.
Ice, yeah.
Ice cubes will do it.
That's where they fuck you.
You'll get coffee. You don't think, oh, it's local coffee, the water. Did you puke?
I didn't puke. There was definitely there was like some butt mud.
Did you have a diarrhea problem?
A little diarrhea.
Yeah. Were you embarrassed, like having a shit in the room with her?
No, she had the same problem.
Oh.
So wait, did you tell her like, oh boy, I got to go shit?
Yeah, just not feeling well. She's like, yeah, I'm not feeling well either.
You guys had a dual diarrhea problem?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't like shitting back and forth.
You should have shit back. You should have just sat in the tub side by side and shit into the tub.
Oh man,
yeah, a little bit. It wasn't too bad. That one time I went before, we talked about an Opie and Anthony. Like I was like shit. Everything was coming out of every hole.
Right.
You vomiting too?
Yeah.
You've seen the worst.
I've seen the worst, and this wasn't bad.
How long were you sick for?
Just like literally a couple hours.
So when you
okay.
are you in the room? Is it like really loud? What's worse than taking a loud shit when a girl's in the room with you?
Well, luckily I try to go somewhere else.
I do too. You go down to the lobby when you have to.
Yeah, or out to breakfast, and you're like, oh, and that's another weird thing about Mexico is the plumbing can't handle toilet paper. So you
think of all places where the plumbing should be able to handle toilet paper.
They literally should be able to handle paper towels and shirts.
Yeah.
They should be able to handle real towels.
Yeah.
So you wipe your ass, and you got a big wad of fucking shit on the paper, and you have to put it in a trash can.
Oh no. They put their shit in trash cans?
The shitty paper.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So does it ever smell bad?
I mean, no, not really.
What? It's a garbage can full of shit papers.
Yeah, it's weird.
What a great name for a band. Garbage can full of shit papers.
Hey, everybody. We're the garbage can full of shit papers.
So you had a good time and you shed a little bit?
Yeah.
Was the hotel nice?
Yeah, it was like an apartment that they kind of converted
Into a hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's like
How much a night?
I think altogether it was like maybe for a week it was like a little like $1,300.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad. It wasn't bad at all. No.
Did you have Mexican Coke?
Of course.
It was awesome, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, right there.
Oh yeah.
It's different.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
they use real cane sugar.
Glass bottles with sugar in it. It's the best.
It is. It really is.
They have Diet Coke? Coca Light?
Why would you... You don't need Mexican Coke with real sugar in diet form.
I don't want Mexican Coke.
That defeats the purpose.
Sounds awful.
It's amazing.
It's really good. It's the best Coke. Yeah, absolutely.
It's the best soft drink, probably. I have it in my house all the time.
How do you get Mexican Coke?
I have it shipped.
Wait, now, be careful how you answer.
I have it shipped.
Oh.
Every time. And
You have Coke shipped from Mexico and it's cola? Mm-hmm. Boo.
You can get it anywhere in the city though too.
But not in big quantities.
No, right.
Yeah. And also I have great friends and great people in my life, and it seems nowadays anytime I have like a celebration or people over the house, like I had some people over the house for UFC this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody was nice enough to do the right thing and bring a 6-pack of Mexican Cokes.
Oh, that's nice.
Because they know.
Did you enjoy the fights? A lot of decisions.
Yeah, no, I didn't enjoy all of them. I liked the women's fight. I wish there had not been so many decisions, but the women's fight was still really, really good.
Yeah, Cyborg against Holly Holm.
They
Come
kicked
on.
the shit out of each other.
Khabib Nurmagomedov against fucking Edson
That was great
Barboza.
too. Yeah.
Edson Barboza's a tough guy. But,
Yeah, he is.
Oof.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was ugly.
What did you do on your vacation, Travis? Stayed home?
No, I wasn't cold enough, so I went to Montreal.
Oh, perfect.
I thought of you, How many times have you made the Montreal to New York drive or back? How many times have you done that drive?
I'm going to guess 4.
I was guessing like 16.
Ooh.
I mean, Lisa and I have been together for 11 years, and we go 2 or 3 times a year, sometimes more. So, yeah, like a lot.
So
So
more
that's-
40 times, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, 40 times.
Do you know that road? Do you ever go different ways because you're bored or no?
No, it's 87. You can't go many other different ways.
Oh, okay,
You want to
straight
get there
shot.
as soon as you can.
That's like that ride to Syracuse. Like, it's just like there's like 3 roads. It's 4 hours. It's the same way every single
you
time.
just go.
You go.
You stop at the same stops, go to the same places.
Was it warm in Montreal?
Nope.
Was it?
Nope.
What was it? It was worse than here?
Yep.
How cold was it?
Like negative 20.
No.
Yeah, Montreal is a
Fahrenheit.
fucking closed, a
Negative
freezing
20?
shithole.
It was unbelievable.
Like, at that point, isn't it you just quit, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
just like,
like,
I'm not-
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah. I mean, and even for up there, it's cold. Like, it's not always
People were
that.
complaining about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Where do you stay? With her
Negative
family?
20.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we stay with her dad.
They got heat?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, but it's still...
Still cold?
You gotta warm up the car 30 minutes ahead of time if you want to go anywhere.
Did you have a good time?
Oh
though?
my God! Yeah,
It was
'cause you
fine, but it's fucking cold.
park outside, obviously.
Yeah.
Even if you parked in a garage, it wouldn't help because garages aren't heated generally.
It's terrible.
Did you have to do that thing where you scrape the ice off the windshield?
Or is it too cold for snow?
It only snowed a little bit. There.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too cold for snow.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but then, when we're driving home and we stop in Albany and it's 9 degrees out, it's like, oh, this is like sweatshirt.
Did it really feel refreshing
it
in
felt
9
so
degrees?
nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's a 30-degree change. And you're like, oh my God, this is great.
Wow.
Yeah, I was. There was one day where I was really cold. I was just looking up absolute zero at Kelvin. I was just looking up the extreme cold. And it's not that bad compared to like what we have is like minus 20 is not that bad to minus 400.
That's a great point, Jim. It's all perspective. Minus 400 is way worse.
It certainly is.
Troy,
I didn't know.
Did you visit the site of the Hindenburg disaster on your vacation
you there?
as well?
Apparently so.
That's so cool. I see. Not saying fan cuddly.
You're not even watching the fucking thing crash. You're just looking happily away. We're all handsome and shit.
You'd think you would hear that, wouldn't you? It's a huge explosion. You're just like, hey, look over there.
Yeah.
Just having a good time, guys.
This will make a great album cover.
And I saw that you did you get your daughter Taylor Swift tickets?
Oh, yeah.
Because didn't I read that those are very, very expensive now? That there are fans that are upset. I read in the New York.
It's a whole thing.
In the New York Post-
There's a good article.
How'd you get them?
I bought them.
No, obviously. I mean, would you just do a fan site thing? I thought they were being released to our fans first.
Yep. And I did the whole thing.
You joined the fan club?
You're a fucking you're a fan club person.
No,
You're a Swizzle stick?
It's a verified fan program.
You're a Swizzle stick.
No, I don't even know what that is. I don't think that's a real thing.
That's a Taylor Swift. Troy, Taylor Swift fan. Swizzle sticks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Yeah. You're a Swizzle stick.
You just sign up.
So you signed up to be a fan. How'd you buy the tickets?
Through Ticketmaster.
But you had to be a fan. Mm-hmm. And did you get good seats?
I got good seats for her and for the money spent.
Okay.
How
much were they?
$100 each.
Okay, that's a lot for a concert. I haven't been to a concert in years
It's not really anymore.
that I paid for.
It's not a lot for Taylor.
No, and I mean it's a giant stadium and that's in the upper level, first row.
Okay, that's
Because
great.
that's
That'd be
what
totally. Yeah, that's actually
what was most important for me because she's going to be 9. I don't need her. I wanted her to have a first row in a section so that she could see what's going on.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
she's small.
So the three of you are going?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen Taylor live yet?
No.
Are you looking forward
What
to
kind
it?
of Swizzle stick hasn't seen Taylor live?
I'm sure it's going to be a fine show. Like, yeah, I'm just excited for her to go.
You're gonna be sitting there and she's gonna be like, "I stay up too late." You're gonna be like,
yeah, me too.
"Yeah."
I do that too.
Do you think she plays that song specifically at like 10:30 so that everybody's like, "Oh, it is getting a little late"?
I'm going to be like sitting in my chair yawning. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, it's a little late.
Oh my God! Speaking of which,
Are you going to listen? Wait till Mean comes on. I want you to hold up a lighter for me.
does she still do Mean? You're a Swizzle stick.
She does.
I don't know if she does the country stuff anymore. She might, because everything else is so poppy. She probably does have to slow it down though and do Mean.
I don't know her other stuff.
You like Mean?
I love it.
That's your song. I like
phenomenal.
that song too, but I'm
That's a good song.
I'm pretty well versed on her catalog.
No, I don't know most of
Not
her.
like a true Swizzle stick, but
like myself.
right.
When is the show?
July,
Oh, wow. You got to buy him this far in advance.
That's crazy.
Where is she?
Giant Stadium.
Wow. Are you going to be?
nights.
What if it rains?
Then it rains.
Then you have to use an umbrella or no?
Ponchos.
I will probably buy ponchos.
Oh, people don't use umbrellas at the concert.
They generally don't
No,
let
a
you.
bunch of fucking dorks.
Yeah. Excuse me, I have to open up my umbrella. It's not bad luck because there's no roof here.
Is everybody moving out of the way so that everyone else can open their umbrellas?
Yeah. They sit every other seat just in case we need to pop out our umbrellas.
Yeah, that would really ruin the show. Everybody had their umbrellas. You got to wear ponchos.
Excuse me, sir, I can't see over your umbrella. Well, what do you expect? It's raining. Most of the people at Woodstock had umbrellas, right?
Yep.
When it
Well,
started
they were
raining.
also on acid and shitting into their own sandals. Not the best example of a family outing.
I was reading that fans were mad that the Taylor Swift tickets were so expensive, but the Taylor Swift people, it's the same scam that Jay-Z used on this last tour, because on this last tour, Jay-Z tickets were way more expensive than they used to be. And they say that they're like, hey, good news, everybody. In order to avoid scalpers, we're pricing our tickets at fairer market price. And in your head, you go like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then you realize what that means is they're pricing their tickets so high that a scalper isn't going to be able to make any money off these things.
And not only that, but I noticed after I bought my tickets, once they went on general public sale,
Gen Pop.
they're more expensive, and they're doing a version of dynamic pricing where more tickets are sold, the prices go up.
They're also doing a thing, and I noticed this during one of my settlements at a gig where they are actually selling more tickets at a higher price. I'm like, you're scalping my tickets?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, like this is so that guys like StubHub can't get them. We do it more expensive.
Such a scam.
It's such a fucking scam.
But that's what all these like VIP experience tickets are now. It's just the artists scalping their own ticket because they put a $300 ticket into a $1,500 bundle where you get a stupid fucking laminate.
And a meet and greet.
A meet and greet is
No, she
one
doesn't
thing.
do
I do
meet
meet
and
and
greets.
greets, but you're
That's
just
because she
supposed to
gets
be.
her ass grabbed.
Yeah.
A meet and greet is just supposed to be where you meet the person, you take a photo, you sign something, and it's more money. But it's not supposed to be a fucking scalper ticket price.
That's what it is, though.
So what does Taylor offer the swizzle sticks if she doesn't do meet and greets?
It's some.
She does them.
No,
she
she does not do meet and greets.
She stopped doing them?
Yes.
She got her ass
She was in a whole
grabbed.
lawsuit.
Well, I know about that guy, but
They
I'm saying
pinched her by the asshole.
So she doesn't see her fans anymore
No,
because
she's far too famous, and I mean Bieber doesn't do it. Taylor Swift, yeah. When you get
They
to
call
that
them the
level,
Biebs.
you can't do that shit anymore. Do that? I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
because you know what, the money you would have to charge for tickets to make it feel good for you isn't, like how much are you going to charge for a meet and greet where you're going to feel the dent when you're making what she's making that night?
She's charging $1,500 for the first 3 rows of the floor.
And so now, like the special $1,500 ticket is just you get to sit up front.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
you get
just-
a bunch of tchotchkes that you don't want.
Right. Here's
you
a
know?
fan
Yeah, here's some stuff. Here's some hassle-free merchandise.
coupon.
Yeah,
And you give me coupon?
yeah. But yeah, so look, there's a lot of things that they're trying on this tour that I think are really great as far as ticket purchasing goes.
Mm-hmm.
It was really easy for me to buy the tickets.
Well, yeah, you were in the fan club.
But then there's other shit where like
Travis got
$100
that
ticket.
you got that super fan discount.
Yeah, what's your name? And do they call you Tefty?
Tefty Swizzle.
He's like, can you guys call me Teft Swizzle?
Yeah.
Like, because they call her T Swizzle. Can I be Teft Swizzle? By the way, how long until that's somebody's like Twitter or YouTube name? Teft Swizzle.
It's already.
Teft Swizzle.
You'll have fun. You'll have fun when you see Taylor live. I bet you she's good.
I'm
She
sure I
probably
will.
puts on a good show.
Yeah, I'm sure she
And your
does.
daughter loves her, right?
Yeah.
It's like her idol.
I wouldn't say it's her idol, but
Her American Idol.
she's very excited.
What's your favorite Swizzle Stick song?
I don't know.
You know what your daughter's favorite song
Probably
is?
Are You Ready For It?
What's
Or
that?
Ready for, it's the new song.
Oh, that one that goes. That's
the one. Listened to it 100 times.
Do you like it?
It's fine.
I bet you really more than
He
fine.
definitely
He
dances
likes
to it. He dances.
Sure he
I don't dance
does.
for anything.
You do the nanner puss dance to it.
Yeah. He goes like, "Are you ready for it?"
Yeah.
It's fine. Like the album's fine.
Right.
not-
It's withstandable. If you have to listen to something on repeat.
Once you listen to it 100 times, you're like, yeah, okay, there's good parts.
See, that's the sound I was making.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't know this. I don't like this Taylor. She's too racy.
First time that I saw him, wonder how many girls he had left and left haunted.
What happened to the
I don't like this outfit.
What happened to the humble Taylor?
No, what kind of a... She just looks stupid with that dumb dark hood on. That's such a dumb look.
Well,
Plus, she stole it from Corey Feldman.
this is yeah, that's true.
Oh.
This is a post-apocalyptic Taylor.
Oh. Why?
I love that people still think that's like an original concept.
What, the post-apocalyptic thing?
Yeah, and
The
they're-
dumb hood?
They're like, yeah. What if I just pull my hood down over my eyes and really seem mysterious?
Yeah, ooh.
They're like,
interesting.
"Oh, we're thinking post-apocalyptic for this, like it's something nobody's ever done.
Huh.
Oh, this is the breakdown.
She has great fucking legs.
She's sexy.
Would you?
Come on. Troy, you'd be
Look
in
at her tits.
I think she gave her tits a little something in that suit. To tell
I
you
don't
the
care.
truth.
They're phenomenal. It's like a Westworld.
What do you think, Trey? You think she gave herself a little something in the breast
Yeah, it
department?
was done in post.
Yeah, I think so too.
Are you ready for it?
That's what I'm going to do.
You should.
I'm just going to do the noises.
That's what I
And then grab your daughter's hand and just do the noise and ruin the song for her. Like,
That's how. That's
All
how.
right with this song.
That's how fans do it.
Suck her big tits.
She doesn't have. Doesn't even have large.
Dude,
breasts.
she is great. She's fucking sexy.
She is. She is. Can't take anything away from her. How did the young boys do over their break? Did did the young boys do anything exciting? I know that
Here comes Rob.
the loaf was probably the loaf says
Yeah, what did Loafmeister do?
yeah.
Loafmeister.
The loaf says I didn't see that link.
Loafmeister really didn't do much, just hung out. Yeah, I'm going to start calling myself Loafmeister. He didn't really do much, just hung out, kind of just
Did the damn
enjoyed
thing.
break. Enjoyed break. He really did. He really enjoyed break.
Don't do third person.
Well, I think
If you're gonna
a
do-
third person loaf is the best loaf.
But if you're gonna do the third person, you can't be the loafmeister and be in the third person. You would have to be the loaf.
You're the loaf.
I'm the loaf. The loaf understands everything you're saying, Sam.
No, I don't think the loaf has ever understood anything I've said.
You don't think the loaf gets it?
No.
The loaf understands.
Yeah, the loaf knows.
Good to know.
Yeah. The loaf is like an oracle.
Yeah.
An entity.
The loaf says
I apologize. It won't happen again.
So you didn't do anything of a break?
Not really, no. Just kind of relaxed, recharged the batteries.
wishing you were in California.
Wishing I was in California.
Recharge the batteries. You're so worn out, right?
Stop it. Just say you relaxed and did nothing. Don't say you recharged the batteries.
Robbie just said he recharged his batteries over break.
You're not a mid-level management person. Recharge those batteries. Shut your face. You just hung out.
The loaf just hung out all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. These 5.5 hour work days have really been dragging me down. I got to recharge the batteries.
I imagine Handsome Rob did a bunch of sensible, responsible things.
Yeah, very much like a young Michael P. Keaton would do.
That's right.
I was working. I had to work for CBS.
That's what I'm
for
talking about.
football and stuff like that. Do some
Getting that bag.
Yeah, got to
Watch
get that,
that
money,
bag.
get that paper.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Did a good job with some chip videos and
Chip videos.
Rob's
working
a
on
very
some chip
hard,
videos.
good young man doing a fine job.
Getting
you,
that
sir.
bag.
Yeah, trying to.
That's
Went and visited the in-laws.
Oh.
Saw them down in Philly. That was about it.
Are the in-laws, are they similar to your parents?
No.
They're
no.
different.
Yeah, they're very.
Rob's parents are hardcore Republicans.
Oh, I know they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they're very relaxed. They're very laid
So
back.
what do your parents think of that?
They like them. They like
do.
them a lot. Oh yeah. They're very.
Do they talk politics together?
No, just
How do you think that would go?
it wouldn't go well.
Would your dad be willing to listen and be?
Yeah. Oh, he's a very respectful person, so he'll listen to you.
Right.
But afterwards, he'll just be like, "Nah." Just,
Can I explain to you why you're wrong?
Yeah.
I see.
yeah.
I
so
see. That's the worst when you think you're being listened to, but all they're doing is going over a checklist of, yep, I'm going to tell them they're wrong about that.
Yep.
They're wrong about that.
Yep.
They're wrong about that.
Yep. So yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
So you just basically went and saw family.
Went and saw family. Yeah, hung out a little bit. Got to sleep in, which was nice because didn't have this, so it was good. But
Right.
yeah, that's it.
All right.
It's pretty boring.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
It's going to be the year.
it's the year of the loaf.
I guess it is the year of the
That's
loaf.
usually most of my breaks, so I can't criticize. I usually do nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing to be critical of. It's
I do
not-
a gig once in a while, but this is the first time I've done anything in fucking 35 years. I haven't done anything, so I can't shit on these guys.
You watch, so you didn't watch most of the New Year's coverage?
No,
It was,
I was vomiting,
that's true.
and it was also 6 in the morning. I was probably on my way to the airport.
Oh, yeah. I always forget. I've only been out of town for New Year's 1 year, and I was in Los Angeles.
I'm almost never here for New Year's.
And even then, just the idea, like I was watching it on TV and just knowing that I'm watching the 3-hour replays of everything was weird. Like it's weird that all this New Year's stuff is so East Coast United States centric. Because, CNN, for instance, is what they watch everywhere. And the Ryan Seacrest show, it's definitely all over the United States. I'm sure there are other countries that pick up Ryan Seacrest show. But yeah, the only place that does it live is for here in New York.
Yeah, but nobody cares about the New York thing anywhere else.
About Times Square?
Oh, really?
This is New Year's Central.
You know what I did? I went downstairs in the hotel, and they had this, because again, I was fucking sick.
Yeah.
And they have a guy gonging the New Year's bell. It was fine.
So he just hits a gong?
Back upstairs, vomit.
Oh, I don't even know where to begin. CNN was probably
The best.
the best / worst. The best because it was the worst. I mean, they doesn't seem to be any format.
I just like that, though. I don't need to see fucking stupid Mariah Carey up there for lip syncing again. Just fucking shut up.
Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen were not great together.
Well, it's their first time.
It's not. What do you mean it's their first time?
Did they do it together last year?
Well, it's their first time doing New Year's.
I mean, New Year's. They were
Yeah.
on a date. I know about that.
but they, but they've done stuff together for.
But New Year's is a different thing. You're live. There's people behind you screaming. There's probably people barking in your ear. All right, get to this, cut to this, go to this one. We got to go to
Listen.
commercial. You know, it's a whole thing.
At this point, Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper know how to host a live show.
They do. But New Year's Eve is a different animal.
Yeah, and they did it poorly.
All right, let's see. Let's give these guys a break.
He asked me about my mom in the first.
It's hard to find. It's all TV.
Well, what do we
I
have?
have something for you.
I know you do. You know why? Because whose year is it?
The loaf says it's the year of the loaf.
You don't have to say the loaf. You can just say the loaf. Right?
All right, what do you have for us?
I have
Loafmeister?
the loaf has Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen have friendly banter when Andy Cohen says that Anderson Cooper sounds like he's on heroin.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear
So
it.
hold on a second.
Well, it's about 11 degrees here in Times Square, but it feels like 10 or 9, I'd say.
I agree.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'd say 10 or 9.
How's this heat?
The
going?
heat is, I mean,
it surging?
this part of me feels very hot. The rest of me feels very cold, so I feel very
You
unbalanced.
sound
But
like you're on heroin or something.
what is that? How does that even
I
sound
don't
like?
know. Isn't it like waves of heat or something like that?
Oh, that's what you're referencing.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
What?
Oh my god.
Yeah, very exciting.
Anyway, it's all happening.
The other question we've been having, of course, is like,
It's like two different conversations.
I'm trying to figure out who's lip syncing on Rockin' Eve. That's what I'm.
Good for him. You know what? Good for him. Fuck Rockin' Eve. Who's lip syncing? Exactly.
I love that.
I'm Team Andy Cohen all the way. Fuck that shit show.
But if
lip
I
syncing fucking.
if I were Ryan Seacrest, I'd be like, well, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper are even talking about.
All right, so it's not perfect, but at least there's two fucking guys having a real chat.
They're not having a real chat. It's like they're not even in the same room.
They're bullshitting, just chatting away,
No, they're not.
making fun of fucking the other dog shit show.
One guy's like, what are you on heroin right now?
I like that. It's like you're on heroin. I'm hot. I'm cold.
Yeah, that's what heroin feels like. And he's like, well, what? Are you just admitting on television that you did?
What's this? A
Did
CNN?
heroin?
The fact that he's doing a heroin joke on CNN, I respect that more than her up there fucking crying about tea and lip syncing.
Well, CNN forgets completely what their identity is on New Year's.
Yeah.
It's a weird, like, I've never wanted a terrorist attack to happen more than I want it to happen when I watch CNN's New Year's thing. Because you've got Don Lemon, who's already drunk.
To watch them try to go back into reporter
Oh
mode.
my God! You got this reporter who's literally getting stoned. Like, for some reason, they had this middle-aged woman,
Good.
who was on a bus with a bunch of like frat guys smoking weed the whole time.
How do
'Cause
you
it was
not love
legal.
that? It's the best. I love the fact that they're doing that on CNN because this is what reporters do. That's what all
Right.
the Fox guys are like. They're all alcoholics, run out and fucking drink like maniacs.
My issue is that then you turn CNN back on, and they'd like to be taken seriously.
Yeah,
And you're like, come on, we know who you are. Like, you let the cat out of the bag.
I like it.
You know?
I
like them here.
Yeah.
I don't like that this isn't them, right? Like, this isn't them all year.
But it's not anyone all year. That's not the Fox people either. That's not any other network. So
Fox
they're just
acts like
kind of.
that. Well, when you turn on Fox, I mean, they get Kennedy and dumb, what's his name? Jesse Waters. And they just do the Kennedy and Jesse Waters
They'll
thing.
get a little silly, but I mean, like the main.
They're not sitting there talking about heroin and smoking weed.
But Kennedy and Jesse Waters are not main anchors. Like when you look at you got Hannity, or a long time you had Greta, you had
But
this
that's
one.
why you wouldn't put Hannity in.
I would love to see Hannity drunk on New Year's Eve.
I would love to see it, too.
Oh, love to see Sean loaded.
This
He's
is like
probably
when the boss
same.
gets hammered at the Christmas party.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
And then you got to take him seriously the next day.
Right. And you're like, I know.
Yeah, get
I
the
know.
fuck outta here.
I enjoyed
Stop it.
this.
Don Lemon. Don Lemon is so funny.
I love Don Lemon.
Just flirting.
He's getting, come here, buddy. Call him Boo. Yeah. He's wearing his fucking. He's dressed for the fucking the New Year's party in The Shining.
He's got his plaid jacket on with black lapels.
Yeah. Who's
Yeah.
the woman?
She's one of the other big CNN
Oh,
women.
okay.
Yeah.
having crawfish. Are you guys
what's
in the back of
happening
the
now?
They're in New
cat
Orleans.
nest?
Yeah.
I like your jacket. I like John's jacket.
Hey, look, it's so loud in here.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, we're gonna turn this out right now.
He's intoxicated.
What do you have?
There's been a year of this,
Chattering teeth.
and we need to let
We need more
loose.
fun.
We need
Let the
more
hair
fun.
down.
So, hello everyone. It's It's my first shot.
Where did that come from?
You want one?
That's not his first shot, by
Probably
the way.
not.
I do. Cheers, everybody. Happy New Year. It's been a crazy year. If you can't enjoy yourself on New Year's,
Yes,
then
you
one
can.
night.
He's just drinking out of a plastic cup. He's an animal.
Very much. Like he's sitting there going like, if you can't enjoy yourself on New Year's, the other girl's going, yes, you can.
So maybe this is his first shot. Maybe he was doing something else.
No. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Maybe he's on pills.
He could. You think he's on poppers?
Ah, he's fun.
Maybe a little booger sugar.
Yeah, who knows? Point is, he's having a good time, right?
I love these guys getting loaded on New Year. It just makes me happy.
But it would be fun to watch him have to go back into reporter mode.
Dude, it would be incredible to watch them have to switch back into reporter mode.
Great.
Who is this guy over there?
This is Easter Mueller's Twisted Dixie. They have rocked the Spotted Cat tonight. Thank you to the Spotted Cat for having us the last couple of years. By the way,
Don is throwing necklaces out into the crowd now.
right here.
Here's some necklaces.
My balls are bigger than your balls.
He said probably.
Should we talk to some people?
Don Lemon goes, probably, and then he looks at the camera like, because I'm,
Like you just got one over.
Because I'm,
It would be great if some catastrophic event happened on New Year's Eve.
All I was waiting for.
And they had to be just all of a sudden become serious reporters.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
No,
we're reporting on an attack in wherever. Yeah,
They just send everything back to Wolf Blitzer.
Fucking
Just send-
people are dead.
Send everything. Oh, no, it's so sad.
fucking guys yelling "Alan Akbar," fucking screaming bombs and shit, cursing. Andy Cohen's hat is awful.
Oh, yeah, terrible.
That hat stinks. Like he's 8 years old.
Rob, did your parents, did they watch the CNN coverage of New Year's?
Or yeah.
No.
No, they didn't see this. The
No,
CNN
they're watching
stuff.
Fox News.
They did see that. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Fox News is like country stars you've never heard of, and at one point Kennedy did a bit where she was making fun of Kathy Griffin, and that was something. But it's very much like we are catering only to the people who watch Fox News. We don't need big mainstream.
Do you think Kathy will be back next year? Did they ever rehire her?
I wouldn't be surprised if she is back because this didn't. I mean, everybody talked about what a disaster these two were. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought her back.
Fox News caters to the people who want to watch news on New Year's.
Right.
Attaboy.
Exactly.
Attaboy.
All right, but fun is fun, but I want to find out what's
still
going on.
stuff going on.
Right. Fox News like every 15 minutes. It's fun, and then it's like, but we really should check in because the police do a great job and security measures are taken and they go into like the real news aspect of it often.
Yeah.
And
then nothing happened though. Nothing happened.
Nothing ever happens.
I know. I'm always amazed that people don't try shit. I guess there's just too much of a police presence. They don't think they'll get away with it.
Well, I think that, and the police stop everything. Like, my buddy who's a New York cop was saying that, like, the lengths that they went to check the hotels.
They did, like, apparently.
For snipers and stuff. Like, it was crazy. Crazy. Because there's so many hotels there in Times Square, but they checked everything.
But I kept thinking, like, as I was leaving that mall that you said Jess has gone to.
In France.
It was like, it was right around Christmas.
Chippa in Paris.
And it was so mobbed. I'm like, why are they not? I'm glad they didn't. But it's not that hard. They search you when you walk into the malls and they do these things, but they can't stop everything. And if you just ran up to the crowded exits and set off the amount of panic you could start around the holiday, and they just don't do it. I'm glad they don't, but
yeah,
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
No, they do it at places you don't expect.
Right.
No,
because then your guard's down.
Yeah, like that concert in France, the Queens of the Stone Age.
No, that's also true. But to do it during the holiday and like literally all of a sudden and cause us to go into crazy security mode during the holiday, it would throw everything into it would be a disaster.
It definitely would. I think that their thinking is there's less security and they want people to be afraid to just go to a concert.
Yeah, right, and live regular life.
But that's not to take anything over. That's not to say it wouldn't be a ridiculous impact if something happened on a holiday like this.
How long does each one of these cops, they have to shift them in and out. How long does each cop stand out there before they got to go back in from the cold? They must, They give them pocket warmers, hand warmers, so they're okay. Yeah, but their toes.
Oh.
I'm thinking more of the toes.
They give them foot warmers too.
I think it's 2 minutes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
2 minutes, then back in, huh?
Nope.
I wondered if it was a half hour or an hour for each one.
Sure it's an hour.
How many cops would you have to have run our 2-minute rotations? Hey, do you have the notes for the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, that guy over there is drunk, and she wants a handshake.
Yeah.
She wants a picture of the cop. How long I want to before they don't stay out there for 8 hours? I don't think.
I don't know.
They're crazy.
I don't know. They might. Mariah Carey was back on New Year's Rockin' Eve. New Year's Rockin' Eve, like CNN, for all their technical nonsense and for the stuff that they can't put a show together to save their lives, at least it was all like live. At least it was stuff happening.
You mean it wasn't somebody pretending to do something and not doing it, like lip syncing?
Lip syncing is the best case scenario on the ABC show on New Year's Rockin' Eve, because it used to be, they have that weird auditorium that they throw to after the ball drops and act like it's this New Year's concert, but it was taped weeks ago.
Sure.
They now do that during the main show. Like they'll be like, oh, and we have Imagine Dragons performing in Los Angeles. And it's all in the room that Sierra was hosting from this year that's been pre-taped for weeks. And they were doing it during the main show, and I'm like, it's one thing if you're just trying to,
throwing to tape. It's just so
but
phony.
to throw to tape,
it's so fucking corny.
It's like 10 o'clock at night, and you're throwing to tape.
Yeah, New Year's Eve in Times Square, you're going to a tape in Los Angeles. You fucking cowards.
Yeah, you could just standing there, being a person standing in Times Square, you can do a show on New Year's Eve and be live.
Yeah, or just go to I mean, they worry about technical difficulty. So if you have a technical difficulty, you have one.
Just have it.
Just have it.
So Mariah, they did have Mariah perform. She was their big, I guess the 11:40 moment is the big moment for the shows, because it's like, I think in their minds, whatever the big bit is right before the ball drops, that's the channel you're going to be watching when the ball drops.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, we're going to bring back Mariah Carey, because last year it was such a complete colossal
fuck up.
Total fuck up.
A disaster.
This year, it was no fuck up. She lip synced perfectly.
Good for her. Good girl.
Except at one point, which I don't know, everybody's talking about it like it's this thing.
They say it might be better for your vocal cords because it's so dry when it's that cold.
I think the whole thing's fake.
And she's just thirsty.
No, I don't think she was thirsty.
No.
I think they wanted a moment. And they're like, well, we're not going to fuck it up. Like, Mariah's not going to fuck up her performance, but maybe we'll just have her ask for tea between the songs. And so it's something. Because if she doesn't do anything, people are like, oh yeah, Mariah Carey lip syncing. Like, I forgot. That's why I wasn't that interested in this last year. But I just think mid-song, like, they had it planned.
I think she
that she would ask for tea.
She's just awful.
I think it was 100% a plan.
I didn't think so. Maybe you're right. It didn't strike me as one when I saw it. It just struck me as she wanted some tea, because she wasn't cunty enough to make it like a whole like.
Well, that's why. Because if it was real, she would have been way more cunty, I think.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I think that she was in that moment, like, being, oh, it's just, crazy Mariah, but not too crazy.
Let me see them throw to her in the opening of her first song.
Okay.
Ugh.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey. It's American Idol.
Treated me kind.
Not even close.
We just a need, carried me through desperation to the one that was waiting for me. It took so long.
Voices don't sound like this live.
Still I believe.
Troy, you're a recording artist, right? What's your professional opinion? Do you think she was singing live?
It's beyond lip sync.
It's crazy.
It's like horribly lip sync.
It's so bad that who the fuck enjoys this shit?
I don't know.
Sometimes artists like this what they'll do is they'll come earlier and they'll record on that stage.
Right.
So it has the reverb and the
ambiance,
sound, yes. And then they'll play that back and sing along to that.
Right, sometimes it's a backing track where they will actually sing some of it live.
Yeah.
Right.
But the mic is a little lower in the
She
mix
looks
than the
hot,
backing
even though that's
track
obviously
is.
not her real tits. That's
Right. But you're saying that there is not even, not an ounce of this is live.
Not a chance in hell that
Right.
that's live.
This was recorded in a studio.
Yes.
I find this embarrassing.
It's so awkward.
And a man who's given performances like I've given should never be embarrassed. But just the fact that you're standing up there in this dumb fur coat, trying to look like, I don't know. It's like, do we need a singer to be perfect?
No, and that's the thing that, like, Mariah, I don't think gets, like, nobody thinks you're perfect.
Yeah, I don't care if
you're not fooling anybody. Everybody saw her last year. It's not like last year was the first time she's fucked up. Ever since she went on TRL and took all her clothes off and started pushing around an ice cream truck, everybody was like, oh, she's fucking nuts. That's Mariah Carey's thing. And she's never not been nuts since then.
Yeah, she's just crazy.
But she wants, like, nobody's fooled by it.
But if she tanks, people are just going to rip her a new asshole. So I guess she figures I might as well just lip sync and look good.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. Except for the tea thing. The tea thing is like, let me add in a little bit of personality and just try to become a meme again. That way I can be a trending topic without, oh, she fucked up.
Yeah.
Do you have the...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we can kind of fast forward probably to the middle or so when she asked for her tea.
We're going to try and do this one for you. Oh, it's a disaster.
Oh, okay, yeah, scroll back a little. There you go. Wow, just effortlessly.
Wow, perfect flow. Well done.
I just want to take a sip of tea if they'll let me. They told me there would be tea.
Probably, yeah, her
It's a
voice must be
disaster.
strained.
Okay, well, we'll just have to rough it. I'm going to be just like everybody else with no hot tea. But we're going to try and do this one for you because I just want to show my appreciation for everyone that speaks out for justice. And
I don't
tries
think
to
that's
make
fake
it
at all.
work.
I do.
Nah, because it's not. It's so uninteresting. Her asking for tea, like nobody before would go, I got it. Have her ask for tea.
They definitely would. They'd be like, we want a moment.
No, I think that was her just trying to make a light of a situation.
I think so too.
She's like, oh, it's a disaster.
Yeah, I think I 100% agree with Travis. Because again, nobody would like. It's like they would have made more of it.
Because I think they would have loved to have made more of it. But Mariah's not making more of it. She's not doing
Maybe
that.
she was supposed to have tea out there, and someone purposefully didn't put it to be a dick to see what she did.
I think that's what the reason that is so uninteresting, because it really is uninteresting,
Yeah.
is because she doesn't want to play along. She'll do like, oh, okay, yeah, no. And she thinks that this is what's going to... And I guess it is garnering attention.
Well, they know she doesn't need tea. For what?
She's not opening her mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you need tea?
Yeah.
She probably said, I need tea out there. And they're like, all right. And then they're like, fuck her. She doesn't need tea. She's not singing. Fuck you.
What the fuck would you need tea for?
Exactly. Put some crushed glass out there. It'd be the same performance.
You have the most well-rested vocal cords of anybody in this entire city tonight.
Exactly. She hasn't fucking... They've been rested since 1996.
Yeah.
I think that was just her being natural and wanting some tea, and it wasn't out there, and she was a little annoyed, and then she tried to make it funny by saying it's a disaster.
You've barely made a sound since you left Camp. Mariah.
See, she doesn't want a viral moment. She wants to have a perfect performance. She's not looking for a disastrous moment.
No.
She wants people to go, oh my God, she was incredible. So the fact that the performance looks like she's really singing in her mind, to her, that's the story.
It's so delusional.
Yeah, she's delusional. But that, you understand, she's not looking to make that a moment. She's trying to not be cunty and not make that a moment. She wanted to go, where's my fucking tea?
No, I still think it was completely fake.
Travis, comment?
I just think she was trying to make a joke and nobody.
Just a joke about the tea not being there when it was supposed to.
It's a disaster. Okay, I'll rough it.
Rough it.
I think that's just her.
I think she wants people to believe that she's actually singing and she needs her tea to perform.
Yes, exactly.
Like she just
doesn't
made
need
it
tea.
up on the spot.
I
Like,
think she did.
I need tea.
I almost
This is so
believed it.
difficult.
Yeah, they'll believe I'm singing if I'm actually asking for tea.
Right, and they're like, everybody's looking around like, why the fuck is she asking for tea?
Her songs are awful.
There's no way she could be thirsty.
Treated me cow. Fucking boo. It's awful. Do you like her music? I mean, I respect her voice, but it stinks.
She has a couple good songs.
Name one.
Fantasy?
What's the one that you do with Puff Daddy?
I respect her voice, but it stinks.
She has a couple good songs.
Name one.
Fantasy?
What's the one that you do with Puff Daddy? Dun, 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 dun. I forget.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Honey. Honey's great, and then the one she did with ODB is really good too.
That's Fantasy. She did one with Jay-Z that was good. Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker was a good song.
I don't even know it.
You got the best of me. That's a big one.
Here, I'll show you.
I don't hear her.
Honey.
Wasn't this from her? Like, didn't she have a movie called Honey or something that didn't work?
I don't remember.
She came out with a movie. Did not pan out.
This one's good.
Got that mid '90s beat on
Yep.
it.
Coming out of the pool. I hate shots of people coming out of the pool in slow motion.
I don't mind that. I don't mind it
it's
at all.
stupid. They come out of the pool and the water slowly goes off their face.
Flesh-colored bathing suit.
Show them drunk falling into the pool with their hair getting caught in the drain.
Oh my God. That's when she was married to Tommy Mottola, right? Yep.
Terrible.
He fucked her up good, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I hate this. It's just awful. Everything about it's awful.
Well, speaking of
The fucking hair blowing. Where's the breeze coming from?
the winds,
outside.
the desert winds. Jim, you've never experienced the desert winds?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I've been responsible for some of them under the sheets. I love a good, nice hot gasser. Do we have to break in? It's 10:25. I want to take one break.
Well, before we
yeah.
break, we should, while we're talking about the New Year's stuff.
Oh, by the way, real quick,
Yeah.
the cops.
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend who's a NYPD officer. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to brag.
Look at the narc over here.
He's okay.
The counterterrorism guys with the big guns, they're usually swapped out like every hour.
Every hour, okay.
But like regular NYPD cops, they're there from 10:30 to 2:30.
4 hours?
No.
10:30 to 2:30.
10:30 a.m.
Oh, I thought you meant they started 10:30 on a 4-hour shift.
Wouldn't have been crazy.
Oh my God!
They do not get breaks.
Those cop toes all frozen. You know how cranky a fucking cop who's been in the cold for 11 hours must be.
Yeah, that's the last thing.
The last
Do
thing
not
you want is
fuck
some
up at 10 p.m.
dude, some fucking drunk in his face, and meanwhile his fucking hands are frozen, his toes are cold. He has to shit, but he has 11 layers of clothes on. Oh,
Just pissed.
just pissed.
Just pissed.
Wants to be home.
Yeah.
Dealing with these fucking animals outside. Yeah, counterterrorism guys are, okay, an hour. That makes sense.
So speaking of weddings, people being married, we were just talking about somebody getting married, right?
No, we talked about these guys getting married before.
Right. Kevin and Maria.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah, they got married on New Year's.
By Steve Harvey.
By Steve Harvey.
Who's childish little. That outfit really is silly.
I don't know why everybody's making fun of Steve Harvey's
It's the head.
outfit.
It's the thing that covers his head.
He's got so his ears don't get cold.
I understand.
But it's also because he looks very bulky.
Yeah, he does.
Like bulky.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I think people are too harsh on Steve Harvey and his silly white outfit. I think he looks great.
Did they cancel Richard in Toronto? Hold on, before we just do these guys, is this true? Yes, Richard.
Hey, how you doing there, man?
Good, buddy.
Yeah. Well, the past few years, me and the family have been watching Pitbull to get like a different spin, something exciting, you know.
Ugh.
Did they cancel Pitbull on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, it used to be Fox.
They got Fox axed them, and Univision picked them up.
Fox.
Like some internet shit show.
They used to do Pitbull in Miami.
And instead on Fox, they had Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey clearly did not want to be there. All he did was bitch about how cold it was. It's never been this cold before.
It's cold as shit.
I just found New Year's very lackluster. Like
on
you
Fox,
got
okay.
more of the people talking about it than entertainment.
All right. Thank you, Richard. I thought maybe he was supposed to be. They canceled him last minute. I understand.
No,
Thank you, buddy.
Pitbull used to host New Year's Eve
That
from
guy's
Miami.
good.
Pitbull. Hey, where the fuck is Pitbull?
Do you
What's
like him?
this
I saw him live when Sirius had him.
Why?
Somebody I was seeing enjoyed him.
I probably wouldn't be seeing that person anymore if they enjoyed Pitbull.
No. You weigh the good and the bad. And if Pitbull is all it takes, all right.
Pitbull's got a lot of hits, man.
He does.
Look, I'm not saying he hasn't been successful.
He doesn't suck.
And
You know what?
like,
Nickelback had a lot of hits too.
Yeah, you know what though? Nickelback is looked at as a bunch of cheese balls. You could still put on a Pitbull song in the club, and people will still enjoy it.
Ironically or unironically?
You got to play like just a second of it. But when that beat comes in, I mean, it's very like
Go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. People like that?
They love it.
All right, so let's hear Steve Harvey's hosting this.
So Steve Harvey, and he ended up marrying Maria and Kevin. There were some good moments, though. It was a legit surprise for Maria's parents.
They didn't know.
No, and Maria's mom has stage 4 brain cancer. So it was like she was worried that they weren't going to get married while she was still alive. You know what I mean? It's always been a thing.
She wanted to see them married?
Very much.
So this was a surprise?
For her, yeah.
So did she not know that? Did Maria just show up in a wedding dress? She had no idea?
No, Maria wasn't in a wedding dress in the beginning of the show.
Right.
And then she just says in the beginning of the show it's going to happen. Then she called her mom in and told her mom live on the air that it was going to happen. Her mom started crying. Like, it was a legit surprise for her.
Oh.
But so while all this is going on, like on one end, you have this beautiful moment. And on the other end, Kevin called me at like 8:00 at night or something like it was the show was on.
Sure.
But he was in a hotel room still. He didn't have to be out there in Times Square because he didn't get married until like 11:40.
Think they gave him a nice suite?
Oh my God, I'm sure they gave him a nice suite. He gave them, Maria and Kevin gave Fox their wedding. Yeah, they probably hooked him up. So Kevin calls me and he's like, Sam, yeah, we're getting ready for this, blah, blah, blah. And he's asking me about like, what are you doing down for your YouTube show and stuff? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing this and that. But Kevin, like, you're getting married on television tonight. Like, that's a big deal. And he was like, oh yeah. He goes, I haven't told anybody this. He goes, you're the only one who knows. I go, okay. And he goes, but you remember on Stern when Baba Booey made the tape for his ex-girlfriend? And I'm like, yeah, I remember that. Like, that was like, because Baba Booey made this tape for his ex. And it was when Baba Booey was young and he had a mustache and everything, but it was like the most pathetic thing.
Was he already like a producer for Stern, or was this when he was a kid?
No, yeah, he was a producer for Stern, but it was the early days of Stern.
Okay.
So he still had the
like
mullet.
early 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, I mean, Troy, you remember because you were listening to Stern then. It was like the most pathetic tape you've ever seen.
Did they make fun of him?
Dude,
They still make fun of him.
They still play lines from it. You know what they did? They had an audience come in the studio to screen the tape for the audience. This is like for the premiere of the Gary Baba Booey tape. They premiered it in front of an audience, and they did multiple screenings on the air in one show. So they would bring out one audience and bring in another audience.
What did people think of it?
Oh my God, they were all just destroying Gary.
What was the tape about?
It was him, and it's like an old school like camcorder thing because it's from the 80s.
Sure.
And he's got a microphone, and he's just talking about how much he wants to win the girl back.
How did they get a hold of it? Obviously, he just gave it up. Good for him.
No, he didn't give it up.
Oh.
They paid him like $30,000 or something.
Oh, he made them pay him?
Yeah, he
That's
made them pay him,
even funnier.
and everybody on the show got together and put money together to get him to show this tape on the air. And so I'm like, yeah, that's like folklore. Do you want to hear a little bit of it?
Yeah, I do. I've never I'm totally unfamiliar with this.
I think it's just clips from Howard's show, though.
Yeah, I just want to see a second of it.
Okay, hang on a second.
Yeah. Just
I
see.
get married. And yeah, I could see myself marrying you.
You're making me feel
Okay, so hip hop. I don't want to. So they
Casey. I like Casey Armstrong. I love him.
they all busted his balls over it, but like it's become like folklore.
Sure.
For this show, and you know, Kevin and Maria are huge Stern fans. So, Kevin, he's like, I haven't told anybody this, and I go, oh, okay, and he goes, you know, because Kevin had told me like 2 weeks ago that he was going to get married on New Year's Eve, and we were just kind of talking about it. So, but he goes, but he hadn't told me this part. He goes, you know that tape, and I'm like, yeah, I know that tape, and he goes, I've been watching it a lot over the past couple weeks, and I go, oh, okay, and he goes, yeah, I put lines from it in my vows. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, like the Baba Booey tape. It's my vows. And I was like, are you really going to do that on television? Like, this is going to be this big moment, and your parents are there and everything, and you're going to do the Baba Booey stuff? And he's like, yeah, why not? And that's exactly how he said it, too. He's like, why wouldn't I? I'm like, look, it's not exactly, I guess it's not.
Well, he knows she'll get it, too.
Yeah, and he goes, and he also said, I'm going to have heartfelt stuff right after it. But he's like, I just want to do this. And I'm like, all right. So you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is great. All right, here we are, folks, gathered on this really, really special occasion. This is a serious moment for you, so, I mean, God bless you both. So let us begin this way. Kevin, do you freely and without reservation give yourself to Maria in marriage?
I absolutely do.
And Maria, do you freely and without reservation give yourself to Kevin in marriage?
I do.
All right, now face each other, hold hands.
There you are facing each other.
Kevin, please declare your vows to Maria.
Baba Booey, on to you, Steve. Maria, when we first met, my professional life was like a 9. But my personal life was like a 2. I was afraid of the big C word.
He's still doing it.
Word, and of course,
He's still. I couldn't believe when he said my personal life was annoying, and my professional life or my whatever. I was like, okay, he's just gonna do that one line, and then when he kept going, I was like, oh my God, he's going all the way. He just might go all the way,
and he did it.
He did it. Listen to him.
Marriage.
That's the stutter from the thing.
I gained a lover and a best friend, and you gained a lover and a best friend. But in all seriousness.
Okay, now hit pause. Now he's going to do his real vows. That whole thing was like inside reference that only the most hardcore like people would get. Nobody knew what he was doing.
Did Gary get the girl back?
No. No, Gary didn't get the girl back. No, it's not a happy ending to that tape.
It is a happy ending.
Yeah, yeah. No, Gary did not get the girl back, and yes, and Kevin.
They brought people in and screened it live for different audiences.
They did, and now Kevin decided, and he didn't tell Marie he was going to do it either. but he used it as his vows.
I hate that I can hear that stupid Mariah Carey.
It's so annoying.
Fucking awful.
You want to hear the real vows?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to spend the last 20 years with the greatest human being I have ever known. Maria, you are a blessing not just to my life, but an even bigger blessing to this whole world. And you don't even realize that. But again, that's what makes you so incredibly special. I will be with you in brain tumors and in health. I will be with you in this life and the next. And I cannot wait to finally be able to call you my wife. I love you, Boo.
Ipomoni in Greek means patience, and we have had...
Shut up, Mariah.
Crooning fatso in the back.
When no one wanted us together, this day has finally come for us. The vows of marriage were already in place, Boo. You've loved me, you've cherished me, you've held me in sickness.
So loud.
Yeah, that boo was meant for Mariah.
You've fought for me. You've made all of my dreams come true. When I couldn't fight anymore, you fought, you stood tall. I love you so much. I am so beyond moved tonight, and honestly, the way you've helped me and my family in all of these really dark times, I just want.
Hold on, she's talking about brain cancer, and you can hear fucking dummy ordering tea in the back.
She's like, you've helped my family during the darkest times of my life. I need a little cup of tea.
Yeah, there's some fucking spoiled egg shake monster in the back demanding tea.
There's a non-singing whale who's for some reason needs some hot tea.
Hey, tell fucking Fatty Arbuckle to shut up back there. There's real people talking over here.
Yeah, Hardy is asking for a hot beverage.
Ugh.
So bad before surgery, after surgery, and I couldn't think of a better way to do it than right here. And Steve, thank you so much for doing this for us, and I love you so much. We've gone through so much together, and I also think it's just so cool that when no one wanted us together 20 years ago, and now we're here, and it's just a whole other story. And my parents are here, and honestly, it's a dream come true knowing that they got to see this, and I love you so much, and thank you for being here.
I love you too, sweetie. I love you so much. I love you so much, honey.
Although apparently, I heard that Fox, afterwards was like, hey, this was great. We had Mariah Carey, acting as the soundtrack to this wedding. That's not bad.
Yeah, treated me kind.
Anybody got a cup of tea?
and my family.
I'd gladly give you a song tomorrow for a cup of tea today.
And you were there, when I got sick. I like a cup of tea, please. Fucking shut up.
You were with me during the darkest times in my life.
I'm thirsty. I need something for my voice, even though I ain't singing. Fucking shut up.
Yeah, she's over there saying, you helped me get through brain surgery this year. And Mariah's like, I'm going to rough it up here.
Yeah, my feet itch. Fuck you. She's so hateable.
So hateable. Oh.
Well, that was the background for it. Good for them. Good for Kevin and Maria.
Yeah, I love it. And this is exactly how they would have wanted to do it, too.
There's
Get
only
married.
4 people up there, huh?
Yeah, apparently it's a very tight space.
And who was there? Both their parents? Or?
Yeah, Kevin's mom was there, and Maria's parents were there.
That's nice.
Steve was there, so.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was happy for him. Because that's how they would, Kevin and Maria, they'd want to get married on the TV.
Yeah, why not?
That's the way you do it.
She spends a lot of time on TV.
Right. Kevin fucking adores television.
He does. Yeah. He doesn't spend a lot of time on TV.
No, he doesn't. I don't mean he adores television like he likes being on television. He doesn't. He's very, very happy behind the camera, but he just likes
what
industry.
It is.
He likes the entertainment
The institution of television.
No, not the institution.
Yes, the institution of what it is.
No, I know, but I think that you just said institution because I said industry.
No, I said institution because it's from, I believe it's from Network.
Oh.
You and the institution of television have destroyed. You're madness, Diana. One of the best monologues ever. That movie was so fucking good.
I haven't seen it in years, I guess. It is so good.
Yeah. On tomorrow's broadcast, I'm going to blow my brains out.
Howard Beale.
Oh, he was the fucking best.
Great.
What a great New Year's Eve show they would have done.
And
Fucking shoot himself.
And who plays the woman in that?
Jessica, not Jessica Lange. Oh my, Faye Dunaway.
Faye Dunaway. She's just as cold as any human being has ever been.
But when the one moment where he's like, you need me, and then she goes, then don't leave, and the teacup is shaking.
Yeah.
And you realize what a fucking broken maniac she is.
Yeah.
Oh, was Faye Dunaway good?
She was great. She was great. We should take a break.
We have to leave.
Oh, we're done? 4 minutes.
I'm like, that's why I was like, you know what? Let's just keep rocking.
Oh, that's such a smart
Travis
idea.
barks into my ear. The people don't hear it, but I hear Travis. Oofa, 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 oofa.
And that's how you know.
Yeah, Travis always tell me how much time we got left. I guess there was only the one read today, Trav.
Yeah.
All right, Tefty.
We're fine.
I
It's
think
the year of the loaf.
the real tragedy is as of New Year's Eve.
Go.
I was going to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As of New Year's Eve, Guy Fieri's Times Square establishment has been shut down.
On New Year's Eve they shut it down, or that was the last night?
Last night was New Year's Eve.
Why'd they shut it down? Was he not selling food? Were people not going to it?
I would imagine not. I don't know why you would. But
Well, I mean, is it good or no?
No.
Well, you don't like him because he gave you liquor.
Well, yeah, no, that didn't help. That didn't help his cause at all.
Understandable.
But yeah, no. I mean, it was a kind of a joke. Look, say what you want.
Okay, I hate you.
What? I didn't mean about whoever. It had a good run. Like 5 years, 4 or 5 years in Times Square is like kind of amazing. It's way longer than I thought it would run.
I wonder if it was too expensive to keep up the rent and you have to jack up the prices, and the people going to see his stuff are probably not people that have,
It was enormous. It was an enormous restaurant.
It was.
I don't imagine how it could have ever been full.
What did Bourdain call it? Something Dome?
Terror Dome. Guy Fieri's Terror Dome, yeah. Which is accurate.
They love Guy Fieri down in Mexico. They had his restaurant down there. People were loving it.
Oh, yeah?
Do you love his food, Roland?
Guy Fieri's food?
It's good.
I love that he goes on like diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you can get a great burger here for $7. Or you can go to Guy's American and pay $38 for it.
Well, that's where the rent is probably...
What, too damn high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
too damn high.
They said the only successful restaurant, the best, is the Bubblegum Shrimp.
Nah, well,
It
I
makes
think
millions a year.
It does.
There's a little man named Johnny who might have a problem with that statement. Hard Rock Johnny.
Well, this is called The Truth.
By the way, I saw Hard Rock Johnny on Fox News New Year's Eve.
Doing what?
He just walked by in one shot, and I was like, it's Johnny.
Oh, shit. Thanks, man. Good for him.
Jim Florentine's, we just got an advance
In the forward.
copy of Florentine's book. Did you write the foreword for it, Jim?
Everybody is awful except you. Good for Jim, man.
You wrote the foreword for it?
Yeah. Unless they didn't use it.
I hope they didn't.
How'd you get cut?
It's humiliating.
I ate it. Did you ever hear of Pierre Gagneri?
Yeah.
I ate at his restaurant.
Oh.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, a very good restaurant.
3-star restaurant.
Roland, are you prepared for the snow bomb?
No, I got to leave early to go to TJ's.
TGI Fridays?
No, Trader Joe's.
Why do you have to go to Trader Joe's?
We got to stack up on the food.
It's just going to be snowing tomorrow morning. It's 3
They
inches.
say it could be a few days. You never know.
Who said they could be a few days?
CNN.
What do you buy from Trader Joe's? We have to go in 30 seconds.
I just buy salads, meats.
Exactly. Don't you have to throw in salads? It's a lie.
Let's go right to the meat.
It's New Year's.
All right,
wait, bitches.
Oh, is that your resolution?
Yeah, I try.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Go to the
and
gym.
masturbate more.
Yeah, you can do it.
Masturbate.
We got. I'm gonna January 19th. I'm gonna be in St. Louis. The 20th, I forget where I'm gonna be, but I'll plug that tomorrow. And listen, thank you guys for rejoining us.
Yeah.
And we will see you tomorrow. We got Voss on tomorrow.
We do?
Pussy Thursday.
He's checking the.
Yeah, we don't have any. We don't
with his fucking hotels.
Just drive
God
in.
almighty, just drive in, you dope. You're plugging.
Big idiot. Everybody comes from Jersey and
Fucking
just does the
Priceline
show.
Zero. All right. See you tomorrow.
This has been Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. To download today's show or listen on demand anytime, get the SiriusXM app or go to SiriusXM.com/on-demand. Follow Jim Norton and Sam Roberts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Jim and Sam Show. Listen every morning, live starting at 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. See you then.
Oops, I think our time is up. Bye-bye.
Sirius XM, Channel 103. Fashion Talk.
If you're not incorporated and you're a truck driver, a cafe owner, a construction contractor, a real estate agent, a consultant, or any small business owner, then you are at risk. If someone sues and you're not incorporated, you could lose everything. Your home, your car, even your personal life savings. That's why Incorporate.com is now giving away a free incorporation toolkit to all business owners, including exclusive information on how to start and grow your business. For your free incorporation toolkit, call now. 1-800-700-8123. Incorporation is the shield that protects your personal assets. With